Good God!
MJ, that means you too, but
Oh, do we? I thought he muted us. Oh,
no.
And has added new fuel to the national conversation and protests around the use of force. In just a moment, but first,
a man is dead after being stopped by police.
We do want to.
All right. All right, we're back live now. A couple of little wrong button strokes, but we got it now. So this is the Friday edition of the CrayolaSec Harsh Reality. I want to tell everybody we welcome you to our nice show tonight. We have Mr. Del Toro, one of our usual suspects, Mr. Scott Jr., Harshman, and Mary Jane MX. Jason Coffin will be joining us later, and Majesta's out sick. So this is what we got tonight. Don't know where Hart is. He's probably in Inuit land somewhere sleeping. Who knows? And now Justin's just going to leave me hanging, so is Mary Jane.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I was waiting for you to finish talking.
I wasn't even looking at the damn screen. The heck is wrong with you?
I am, but there's a little bit of a delay. Just a little tad. Like, I don't know. Just be respectful. Damn, nigga.
So I don't know if anybody that's watching now was watching earlier tonight, but we did our Void Sex show. Mary Jane was a guest. Just a basic rundown. We were talking about how Void Sec is currently going after pedophiles on various social media platforms, and how these people that run I don't even know what to call this thing. You can't call it an organization because it's just so fucking ridiculous. But Women Against Registry. And it's basically these women that pretty much think it's okay for sex offenders to be let free, and nobody know what kind of person that person is. So
I completely disagree with that. Just it's not one of those crimes where you serve you served your time, you've done the time, whatever. There's no more crime anymore. Like, you should be allowed to be reintroduced into society with no consequences. It's not that type of crime.
Right.
I mean, if you have like a gun offense or something like that, they're still watching you for a while to make sure that you're not going to repeat. So if we could do that for people for firearm offenses, why can't we do that for people that are sex offenders? And sex offenders should be watched more than anybody, in my opinion.
I agree. I mean, we don't do it for felons. We don't take We don't ever. I mean, they're felons for life. So sex offenders are sex offenders for life in my eyes too.
Well,
Yeah.
that's why there's a registry for them. And I mean, you can look at criminal records and stuff, obviously, but that's not generally like released to the public, though. I mean, it's sometimes, but basically, you have to have like a subscription to like something to find that information out, which is basically made for employers and stuff to do background checks. It's not really meant for civilians, or just like, not civilians, but you know what I mean, like the everyday person to just be able to look up people. You can, but you got to pay for it. The sex offender registry is free and open to the public, and it should be, and it should never change.
And I mean, with that being also said, anything that you can that you have to buy a subscription in order to view, as far as somebody's records or anything, you can actually obtain them for free if you know the right avenues to take.
You can. I mean, it's just more convenient to pay for a subscription, and sometimes they don't even have all the information, which is unfortunate. But yeah. But sex offenders, that shit should be all over the place. It should be. There's apps for it and everything, and I can't believe that there's organizations, especially of women. Like, I'm not trying to be sexist or anything, but women of all people should feel the hardest, like that motherly protective instinct thing. That's a real thing.
Right. And I don't understand. I mean, like Brock Turner's mom, Colleen Turner, basically celebrating her child's offense. What the fuck is wrong with you? What if that was your daughter that happened to? Then what would your argument be? I mean,
it's bewildering, to be honest. I mean, like with serial killers and stuff, their parents, I can't imagine your kid growing up to be a serial killer, because like you still have that love for them, but
well, yeah, I mean, I'm not saying
defend what they did.
I'm not saying to stop loving your children, but I mean, to glorify what your child did is just, I mean, and that's basically what this woman does. It was just a little bit of fun. Yes, a girl's rape was just a little bit of fun for your son. That just means you're just as fucked up in the head as your kid is.
It's no wonder that he turned out that way.
Yeah, and I believe it was the dad that said it was only 20 minutes, and that's why he's a great swimmer, and it was only 20 minutes for the girl, and that's why he shouldn't been very long in prison.
20 minutes that lasts a fucking lifetime.
Yeah, that girl is permanently scarred because of him. Well, it's only 20 minutes.
Yep.
Okay, well, I mean, I tell you what, let me strangle you for 20 minutes and see how that turns out for you.
Yeah. It's just a little bit of fun, right? Yeah, that's fucking crazy. When parents defend their kids' actions that are super fucking heinous and fucked up.
And you got people like Vicky Henry out there literally just defending these pedophiles that want to do away with the registry because her son is a pedophile as well.
Because it's a mental illness or whatever, right?
It's not a motherfucking mental illness.
No.
Okay, well, I tell you what, if it's a mental illness, lock them all up. They don't need to be in society. They can't function like a normal human.
No.
Yeah, what are we just gonna like exile these people from society?
I think you just scared
like
the
an
shit.
80s album?
No, he just like you just scared the shit out of Justin.
That's awesome.
That background is, bro. What is that? I mean, it looks cool, but it's very.
It's 80s, man. I love it. I love that retro look.
It's the old cover page for the harsh reality.
You need to change that blue up a little bit, though. Make it a little bit darker.
He still carries the harsh reality.
And we do have a newer logo for it, but
are you drinking what is that you're drinking?
That was having
that's saffron juice.
It's a mango IPA.
Mango,
like a hipster beer.
Is that good?
It's not bad.
It's not
But
bad.
yeah,
Okay.
when
My
is
question
Vic-
wasn't
yeah.
good.
Jason just called it a hipster beer.
I mean, it's an IPA. He's not wrong.
You know, I got it at Costco, so.
Well, guys, I don't know,
Crystal.
Justin.
How
I don't know
Or
if you can see your
have a
screen.
Costco card.
I don't know if
Uh-huh.
you can see your screen, but this is one of the new shirts.
No, I could see it. Yeah, I was gonna say that looks fucking cool as shit. I was about to comment on that.
You ought to
too, that
see
you're
the
wearing it on the show.
look at y'all's shirt.
Woo!
Oh,
Hey, let's go.
What?
Finally.
Yeah, harsh. I mean, yeah, the IPAs are hipster beers, but there's nothing wrong with drinking them. Doesn't mean that you're a hipster for drinking them. It's just
Yes,
that
it does.
most of the majority of
No, it does. He's a hipster.
Yeah, dude, you can't
There's
make
no
this
way
shit
around
up.
it.
Hipster
Well,
without
you
my
know.
beanie hat and my ironic glasses.
Yeah. I used
Yeah,
typewriters before typewriters were cool.
Yeah.
he fucking hacked a typewriter to be able to use it as a keyboard. That's why it takes him forever to get the fuck on here.
Clack, 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 clack,
Over there
clack.
counting his crystals.
Did you say clear?
I mean, don't
Yeah.
harsh.
No,
Don't
he's
ever
counting
feel
his
bad
crystals.
because I'm not a small guy by far, and I'm sitting behind a desk, so I look small right now. But
Right.
whenever I stand next to people, I literally scare people in Walmart half the time. They turn around and see like this giant Russian staring down at them, like, "Oh my god, fucking Putin is here," or some
A
shit.
lot of it is probably the beard as well. It has to be.
Oh, beard. Well, the beard and the fucking Viking tattoo.
I got
Viking
tattoos.
tattoo?
Actually, there's actually a tattoo on my neck right here.
See
does
what I
it say?
mean? Look at this. Look at his hand and look at his neck.
Yeah, he got a tattoo of.
This
two
looks like a
cherries.
motherfucker that will go to Valhalla in an attempt to kill you if he fails, which he
Oh
probably
my
wouldn't
God.
fail.
Calm down, hipster.
What? I don't drink. I'm not drinking IPAs. I'm drinking Bud like a real American.
Scott got a tattoo. Scott has a tattoo.
But
of two
Harsh is not a-
cherries on his,
Harsh is-
on his chest.
I mean, Harsh is a real American. He was born here, so that makes him a real American. I think.
Well, he's a hipster though.
I got stupid
I'm just
tattoo.
kidding, Harsh.
It's okay.
Listen, wait. You said you bought that beer at Costco. How many came in the pack? Like 100?
Yeah, I think it was like 30.
Still bought a whole fucking pallet.
I bought
I
a
think it was like 50
this-
something. You
This
know.
is
I
why he's
bought
still
a-
drinking them.
I bought
He
a
doesn't
truckload of beer and a casket today
He
at
doesn't
Costco.
actually. He doesn't actually enjoy them, but he has fucking 49 more to go, so he has to drink them.
So,
And he got it for fucking $29.95.
Listen, bro, I bought some sketchy shit from Costco before, and I'm not gonna let it go to waste. I didn't enjoy it. I asked you, is it good? You said it's not bad, so I know it's not good.
I mean,
It ain't
It's just
bad, but
He's going to town on that fucking beer, though. God damn.
I think there's a girl on his phone or something because he's been distracted for a while on his phone.
Wow, did you just assume his sexuality?
wow.
Yeah,
Did you just
you
assume
know,
his
MJ, I'm
sexuality?
trying to share the group. I'm trying to share the live stream out, unlike some other people.
Hey, you know how
Ooh.
Justin is with beer?
Ooh, huh?
You know how
Hey,
Justin is
Majesta,
with
I
beer?
see you in the stream.
Yes.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
I
look,
am.
watch.
That's
What was that? Did you just try
He
to
just
throw
threw money.
$5 at me?
yeah. He just threw $5 at you. Hi, Majesta. I'm glad
$5.
you're
Not a
watching.
stripper. What the fuck?
I threw money at you.
I'm a drunk,
Majesta's
not a fucking stripper.
everyone. Majesta's here with us in thread.
Well,
Awkward waving.
that's good to know.
Did you walk away?
Hello there.
Oh, I drop all my money.
He was trying to flex his $5 bills and dropped all of them.
What are you, Keone?
Yeah, he's just missing the fucking full of clams.
God, y'all seen that picture of Keone flexing his money? There's like small bills in there too. He had to flex every dollar. That was the funniest shit to me.
He had a pocket full of 20s.
I just handed you that $100 bill. Don't front.
Yeah, I know. I'm still taking it.
He's a kid. He could do that. He can get away with it. But when you're like,
yeah,
when you get around
that's your
our
child
age-
support payment.
when you get child support my ass. I
No,
no, child support. I'll fly to Mexico. I speak Spanish.
You want to
This
flex?
is my 100. I traded
Son.
hundreds with you. This is my
Son.
100 now.
Let me show you something. This is how you flex when you can do something like this, right here.
Hey,
You know,
see, that's not
when
fair.
you can.
You don't even earn that money. I can make all that because I did the
He
job.
said he did the job. Why did
did
he
do
give
the
birth
job.
to you?
Huh?
Scott might be half Mexican.
No, he
birthed
can be
you.
honest. I did do the job.
Oh,
It's my electrical license, my company.
Yeah, that's right.
My
Yeah,
insurance.
You do good job.
My insurance.
I don't care
Scott,
who's insurance.
Scott, are you sure you're not Mexican?
No, he does work for me though.
You see how bad I feel?
He
I'm
does
an
work for
immigrant
me.
around this
I
bitch.
go. No, you make $20 an hour. Stop your shit.
Hey, where's my?
You're 19
pay
years
raise?
old making $20 an hour. What other 19-year-olds can say that?
Hey, I thought I upgraded.
All right,
Where's my
I have them too. So we all have them. Yay!
Look,
Well, you
your
work at the strip
camera's
club. I
like
don't wanna
blurred
hear that.
out. What are you like protecting George Washington's identity or something over there? What the hell's going on?
Yes.
Hey. No, I just have them in stacks of like 1,000.
Oh, Jesus
Wait, what?
Christ.
Working at the strip club in ones.
This is how you get robbed, by the way, guys. Don't do that.
Yeah, I just want to say you guys are all lucky you don't live in Texas.
I would say that too. To be honest.
I have the
No, but I will
down the
say
street
this. I
lining
will
you
say
up.
this about my kid. He started working with me about what, 2 months ago or 3 months ago? Son?
I believe so.
Yeah, and he has learned enough to where I'm actually comfortable to where I'm almost comfortable enough to where I could send him to job sites by himself.
Well, he's not Mike Rainey.
No, God, no. Mike Rainey would have burnt. I mean, one of my biggest clients is a government building. I don't need people like Mike Rainey burning it down.
No, you don't. You would be this. The show
And
would
that's
be
the
over.
place I did the work at.
I'm surprised Mike Rainey's still
Oh, the
alive.
show would not be over, bro. It's an idea. It's gonna go.
Oh
What?
God, here we go. Let's not do that.
Long
Dan.
live the harsh reality CrayolaSec fucking show, Paz.
Man, where the fuck is
Where is
Well,
it
yes,
supposed to be
that.
going? Where is it supposed to be going?
We need
No,
heart.
he's
No,
calling.
because
Our
this
money
fucking
is going to
Seville's
Pizza
gonna
Hut.
burn down.
Oh no. That's
No,
if
it's not.
Mike wired something, which is why Mike will never be in my studio for one. Because I like my equipment. He will also never touch an outlet in my home ever.
Yeah, if he
Pizza
wants to
won't
charge his
deliver
phone,
to
charge that shit
9:28.
in the car.
You're better off with illegal immigrants from Mexico, to be honest. Mike
9:28.
Rainey.
Yeah.
Okay, well no, that's cool. That means we'll shut it
Is
down
it
at
9:28
9:28.
They close at 9.
8:20.
Oh,
Yeah, but I mean the order was made before they shut down, so they have to obligate it.
Harsh, there you go.
It better I kick their ass. I'm hungry.
He's hungry.
I blame you for it. Making me order again.
Yeah,
Is it
yeah,
weird?
I know.
That I don't
Hey,
feel
look,
bad when
look.
white kids say they're hungry.
We all know who this
Yes.
lady is right here, Miss Jennifer Hansen. We're watching.
I don't know.
We know who you are. Damn it.
I
Yes,
got
they
nothing.
did give me plans to their government building. That's scary, isn't it?
You know, the funny thing is they let me in it too.
No, it's actually I don't know. You know, those buildings go by who gives the lowest bid, and the electrical in that building is truly a testament to that. They absolutely got the lowest bid. There's like over 700 circuit breakers in this building, and not near one of them is labeled. I mean, it's a mess. It's a nightmare. I hate
I
it.
mean, that's like every police department too. Like, come from the IT side of things,
Armageddon.
that all their shit is so outdated. They're working on like old ass fucking
Hey Jason, you're still alive, bro.
bro.
You know, old.
When they
I'm here.
Jason's fine.
I remember actually working
Any
on.
naps.
Yeah, I heard him giggled over there.
a sheriff's department, what they call the cyber. I forgot what they call that. It's like a cyber crimes division or something like that. And it was in a sheriff's department here locally, not the one I live in, thank God. But they were having problems with one of their PCs, so it wound up at my shop. And as soon as I fired it up, the browser opened up, which was like Firefox or some weird shit like that. I don't even know who uses Firefox other than people that use like Linux. But they had like 30 fucking search bars installed on the top bar. And it was like literally covering half the fucking browser. And I was like, what the fuck? This is supposed to be the cyber crimes division computer.
You know their fucking password was 1234 too.
What did you? Oh, install our search bar. Install our search bar. Jesus Christ.
I bet they had different kind of cursors as well. They had a bunch of different fucking cursors.
Oh yeah, it was like one was like the wannabe Apple logo. You know, like the little spinning thing.
Mine worked for the sheriff's department, and it was a fucking mess. The computers were old as shit, super fucking slow.
Windows
might
XP.
as well use a typewriter like Harsh does, you know.
Windows XP.
It was Windows XP, old ass fucking computers. Just like, you guys are supposed to be policing everybody. And like, I'm not surprised that a cybercrimes division is using old ass shit. It's cheap. The budget's going to weapons and vehicles and stuff like that.
The dumb thing about that is they still have to call people like me to do like forensic data recovery.
Right.
Why? Why even have the fucking division if you're going to have to call a third party to do your work for you?
Which kind of scares me too. If they're having a third party do data recovery, you're privy to this information now.
Right. Well, I mean, there's tons of freaking legalities you got to go through before you can actually start doing work like that. But I mean, it's not the point. It's still the point of is why do you have a division dedicated to it if the people that work in the division are not skilled enough to do the job?
Right. If you can't fix your own fucking computer, you should not be doing cybercrime.
Thank you. Oh, well, he's a great detective. Okay, well, yeah, he is, as long as I email him all his fucking information that he needs. If that's the case, what the fuck is the point?
Right.
You know, I mean,
and this is modern times too. Can you imagine back in the day when they didn't have shit? And they're calling people great detectives. We have a couple great detectives in our time, but like I don't know. I think people just get promoted for fucking bullshit reasons. Some detectives are really good.
You know, you just named like every corporation in the United States.
That is true.
Yeah.
But that's the problem with the United States too, is the corporations. They make fucking crazy money.
To do absolutely nothing.
No, it's not to do absolutely nothing. You know what they do with that money?
Launder it.
Waste it.
They build fucking bombs and blow up other countries so that we can do it all over again.
Oh yeah, that part too.
Yep, that part. God damn. Harsh had a fucking moment where he thought about his own country for a second, and his
Hart Honer.
Hart. Are you with us, friend?
Yes.
Hi, Hart.
Hey, Hart.
It's like he's seen something.
Dude, are you good?
Are you seeing visions, Hart? What's going on there? Did you smoke the pipe before you came on the live? What?
Yeah, he's.
He's like, I'm gonna just sit here and laugh at these retards on this call.
Hart, we can't hear you, bro. We can
Wind
see you.
Flows through trees. I see you.
Well, Jennifer, I understand it's Canada and it's not so fabulous, but guess what? We still love you and we wish you would come down here.
Hart, are you giving your computer a BJ right now to get it to work? Because like that's not how that works, bro.
Is it better now?
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh my god. Okay, never mind. I'm retiring from IT. I'm never going to claim to do IT again. He gave his computer a blowjob and now he's here. It did work.
Oh no, he said.
what? The computer's non-binary. Well, it's binary.
I was about to say it's non-binary. It wouldn't work.
Yeah, exactly. It's either a 1 or a 0.
You know, that's kind of ironic. Let's name ourselves something that if we name ourselves this, it literally means we don't work anymore. Like we're just dead in the water, non-binary.
A lot of non-binary people don't work.
What?
Well, no, because a lot of them are mentally disabled, but that's a different story. I mean,
have you seen like some of these Kickstarters where they're like, "Can you buy me a laptop? I'm a non-binary, lesbian, gay, Jew." And look, I'm just thinking out random shit. Okay, can you buy me a laptop so I can write my poetry so I can support myself?
No, you bitch. Like I did.
So I can watch lesbian dance.
Oh,
no, I don't know. I don't know if they necessarily want to watch lesbian dance. I'm sure they have a phone because they made the Kickstarter in the first place. They have some.
Good night, Majesta. We'll talk to you later, okay, sweetheart.
Good night. Get better soon.
Night.
But yeah, there was a lot of those going around. It's like I'm a non-binary lesbian, and I believe I'm an African, even though I was born in California and I'm white as shit. But can you buy me a laptop so I can write my poetry so I can make money to afford my apartment?
People actually did that? They actually
yes.
Yeah.
This is not a fucking joke. This is some real shit.
I would buy the laptop and then throw it at them.
This is like begging on a whole new level.
Yeah,
this
that's
is like
cringe as fuck, dude.
This is like cyberpunk begging. Like they're using technology to beg for fucking money. They don't even have the hustle to go out of their house. They're like, I can't leave my house because I have social anxiety. Social anxiety is a real thing.
I can't leave my house because I'm scared of COVID.
Social anxiety is a real fucking thing, but like if you have it, like there's ways to combat that. And find a way to fucking... What did you say? Did you just call me a scooter?
He said he's never scared.
Oh. I don't believe that.
Said social anxiety.
Oh, no, that's different. But, like, yeah, these people had fucking social issues and couldn't leave the fucking house, and they were like, well, I need a laptop so I can work from home. It's like, well, then fucking get a job and buy one. And trust me, once you get the job, your social anxiety will go out the fucking window because you have no choice. If it's that bad, where you're that paralyzed, where you can't leave the fucking home, like, get some fucking help. There's free resources and shit to do this.
Well, some people even work from home, so
I feel like that
shouldn't even be an issue.
Has that always been a thing?
I mean, shit, get a fucking landline. And you
I work from home a lot.
There's nothing wrong with working from home.
I mean, I do broadcasts and radio and all that other shit from here.
I mean, I wouldn't mind.
I mean, I have the equipment to sustain it too, though. I mean, y'all can literally see in my camera right now. I'm in my computer area, and look at my background.
You don't just start off like that, though.
No,
there's plenty of people with debilitating diseases and shit that they literally cannot leave the house, but they can work a phone.
All right.
And they can get like a call center job and stuff. Like these people that are like, I'm non-binary and like I have depression and I can't leave the house. I need money for you to pay for me to fucking sustain myself. That's bullshit.
Right.
So tell that to the fucking kids in Africa that are starving to death. Those kids would work way harder than you.
But that's why America is so fortunate. And
yeah.
Do all this shit. Like that's why no matter how many times people say America is a racist country, it's full of fucking racism. And people are still trying to come here because you're gonna flourish here.
It is.
Asians come here, Indians come here, Europeans, Russians come in, they fucking flourish, bro. That's the greatest country in the world.
It's all on you.
Right.
It's what you're willing to do. If you're willing to do the work, you can do anything.
Right.
But you have to put in the effort. You can't just come here and expect everything handed to you. That's the misconception about America is that we'll take in immigrants and just give them everything. And certain states will a little bit, but they don't give them the proper
California
tools.
Being one of them.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like giving them just like you can live here and we'll pay for you to live here, and you can do the bare minimum. But if you want to flourish and really flourish, which is what most people I've encountered, that the media like will talk about, like, oh, these people are just fucking lazy. They're all on fucking, you know, on welfare and blah blah blah. That's not the norm. Have I seen a lot of people that do that too, though? Yes. But the majority of people will really hustle really hard.
There would be 2 cars coming to the house.
Yeah.
They will really hustle hard so that they can make a lot of money so that their family can live the best life.
And as much, no, sorry.
So go ahead, Harsh.
No, and as much, to piggyback off your point, as much as people criticize this country, myself included, because it deserves the criticism it gets.
It does.
This is also a country that you can become a millionaire or billionaire doing things that are laughable in other countries.
Right.
Like, who the hell makes, like, think about it. We have people in this country that make millions talking into a fucking microphone.
Yep.
And people are promoting like sports. Really? I mean,
all about the hustle.
I don't know. It's like people make money doing things that aren't even necessary.
I mean, say what you will about Joe Rogan. I don't think he's the smartest man in the world or anything like that. I think he knows his stuff with martial arts and stuff. He really is trained to do all that shit. But he's a good host. The guy's a fucking dumbass. But he asks the right questions. And he was already up there when he started the podcast, which is kind of cheating.
He was a comedian and he hosted a TV show. He was a comedian.
Right.
He was also on some sitcoms back in the day and all that. Mm-hmm. But that being said, I mean, if Joe Rogan was in any other country, he wouldn't be making millions off of a podcast.
But also, I mean, Joe Rogan, he fucking hustled his way up.
Right. He did hustle his way up, and he's a very skilled individual when it comes to like the MMA and the comedy and all that. But it's like,
absolutely.
Like I said, if he was in any other country, there's no way he'd be worth what he's worth as a podcaster.
Oh, fuck, he'd probably be dead.
No, I mean, he'd be like a jiu-jitsu teacher in, Brazil or something. Or maybe he's doing like stand-up comedy in like Europe, but I don't think he'd be at the level he is here.
No, absolutely not.
The potential of growth out here is insane, but like the competition is fierce too.
Right.
And you're competing with fucking so many people, music, art, whatever. It's up
a
to
dog-eat-dog country, yeah.
It is. But if you make it, you can make it hard.
Right. I
mean, there's rappers out there that make fucking millions of dollars that, in my opinion, sometimes they really don't deserve it. But
right,
like Lil Wayne, I think his music sucks. It's terrible. But I don't know what he did to get there. I don't think he was.
It's not what you know.
I don't know.
Who you know.
I'm not gonna say it. Look, I think the devil.
Who he knew that got him where he's at.
Well, a lot of these musicians too, they talk about like selling their souls to the devil and shit. But like a lot of them are fucking garbage.
Right, I mean, there is that. I mean, a lot of them do sell their souls or do some other things. But
Satan, here, take it. I want riches. You got to know someone out there to get it.
Yeah, Lil Wayne actually has pretty loose
comments.
lips, and he says some pretty crazy shit.
Fuck him.
He's borderline. He's also kind of like retarded, like in my opinion.
Bro he has a college degree. I mean, yeah, you don't.
So what?
Just because
I know plenty of people with college degrees are retarded.
Right, you gotta let me finish.
Yeah.
I didn't say because
you're
smart. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? He obviously went to school and learned something.
Right. Let me read some comments from Jenny.
No, I meant like some dark stuff behind
yeah.
That like is it would blow your mind. I wouldn't want to repeat it.
I'll fuck him up.
But let me read some comments from Jenny. Jenny says there's nothing wrong with not working. And she asks, is it the sexuality or the need for charity that bothers you? America's full of racism. And she also says you are flat out denying classism exists with these statements.
Who was that directed to?
Yeah.
I think she might have been talking about when we were talking about how like some people become rich in America because it's America compared to other countries or all that. But
no,
I mean, it's just like both, like Canada here too.
Right.
Yeah. No, yeah, some of these like they get sort of hands out much more than they do or the own citizens that are already here. You know, some of them it's it is a class war that they have provided, and that's what we're just chatting about. It's their platform.
Oh, there's definitely a class war going on. But what I was saying. All right.
How was that?
I don't know, but thank you, Zeljan, or whatever that was. Did we just sell ourselves to the devil, Scott? What was that?
Guess we did.
All right, whatever. I guess we're on rich tomorrow. Let's go. We're gonna have 1 million viewers tomorrow. No. What I was saying, no, it's like people that don't work. I don't mean work like a job, like a 9 to 5. I mean work at what you like to do, what you want to do. If you don't work at it, it's never going to work out for you. You're never going to, you don't know unless you try, kind of thing.
Special thanks. But she guys elaborate a little bit more on that. I mean,
true.
She said, "What? You don't have to work to make money? How are you going to make money if you're not working?"
No,
unless you're collecting government assistance.
No, if you're a housewife or something, that's a job.
Yeah, but still,
I respect that as a job. Yeah, but
she said you don't have to work to what?
She says there's nothing wrong with not working.
What do you mean there's nothing wrong?
She says harsh. Hi, Jenny. How's it going? Long time no see.
Wait, not working like as far as what? Like you're retired?
Are we being trolled right now?
If there's a reason why, there's
like if you have a disability or something, you can't work. I'm not talking shit on that. Yeah, I have no problem with that. That's why the rest of us work that's what it's meant for too. That's what taxes are meant for. Like disability is why the rest of us do it. Because
tomorrow's the last day to pay taxes. Friendly reminder. But anyways, sorry.
If you haven't paid your taxes yet, what are you doing?
I'm just helping people. That's all. I already paid them.
No, fuck them. I want the IRS to go at them before they start looking at mine.
Some procrastinate till today or fuck tomorrow. Oh shit. Yeah.
I know a lot of people.
Oh my god, I didn't pay my taxes yet this year. I'm in the
Well, okay, it's like a 10% late fee if you wait. It's not a big deal, or something even littler than that. It's not a big deal. I'm just sharing.
10% kind of sucks though. Fuck that.
Okay, what did I miss? I had to go to the restroom and I missed everything. What the hell?
Jenny said there's nothing wrong with not working. And
why is there nothing wrong with not working?
That's what I'm asking. It's like, what do you mean by that? Do you mean
if you're not disabled and you're an able-bodied human being and you need to survive and sustain yourself, then you should work like everybody else does.
Right.
It's not classism, regardless. I mean, even if you're working a $7.50 an hour job somewhere, it's
you're doing something.
You're doing something.
Yeah. And I will respect
make
that.
Fun of anyone making money as long as you're doing it.
And it doesn't matter anything about physical limitations or anything. If you're able to actually go to work and do it, and you enjoy it, and that's what you want to do, then there's no such thing as classism.
Yeah.
I mean, the freedom.
There's that dude that's just a torso. Isn't his name Nick something?
There is
motivation. Classism is basically somebody that wants to complain they don't have it as good as somebody else.
That's classism. Construct. Classism exists only because the government lets it or teaches people to let it exist, right?
Yes.
And it does exist to an extent. There are certain things that will hold people back, but at the same time, it's because they let it happen. You know what I mean? That's the problem. It's not the government doing it.
I mean,
it's the people.
The majority of people who started up in the ghetto aren't getting out of the ghetto. There was no way that there was no go to work. No, I mean,
because they don't want to.
They don't
the
want to.
opportunity isn't for. It's not really there for everyone.
There is
No,
no.
okay. Well, no. I will say this. I will
Absolutely.
say this. There is brightness in inner cities that falls through the cracks, and that is just blatantly because of the government. That has nothing to do with the people that live there. They don't have those opportunities because that's the way the government wants it. That's what people don't understand.
And
that's
people
why
still get out of there.
Exactly. People get stuck there and it's a vicious cycle. They can't get out of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so brightness falls through the cracks. There is exceptions to that rule, and sometimes kids actually shine and they do something amazing that catches people's attention, but that's not often.
Yeah.
So you're right.
It's
When
not.
it comes to inner cities and all of that stuff, and I'm going to tell you right now, 9 times out of 10, they're ran by liberal governments.
Well, my generation, it seems like every time I turn around, they're giving their 16-year-old a new car. And so I don't know how they're going to have credit. So they're going to need to have a good job, because whenever they want to move out and buy a house, unless they want to pay for rent, they're going to need some money. Because if you don't have any credit, you're not going to be able to buy a house or anything on your own.
Well, that's
I think my generation's setting their kids up for failure when they do that.
Oh,
Personally,
they've been setting themselves up for failure since Generation X.
That's way
when they
different
started
than talking about
handing
inner
when they
cities,
started but I mean that what you're talking about is when they started handing out participation trophies.
Mm-hmm.
That's whenever they started telling everybody, hey, look, it's okay if you don't earn your keep. You don't need to earn your keep. We're going to give it to you anyway.
I'm just saying they're going to be needing to move it up in the working world and making their money, because if they don't have credit, they're going to need to be having a job.
This doesn't have anything to do with inner cities, though. Like, because in the inner cities, they're not getting fucking cars. They're stealing cars.
Well, you take even my small town here. You got the parent, or they're the older generation. That have kids that are old enough to be out of the house and providing for themselves. They are trying to bunk up together, and they still can't even afford to live together on 2 people doing their shit. And so they don't even have a place to live. They move back with their parents. They can't even, the new generation can't afford to freaking live.
But a lot of that, it relies on the fault of the parents too. These parents are not passing down the same things that we grew up with.
Also, opportunity.
It's not just opportunity. They've made it to the point. It's not just opportunity. They've made it to the point in every sector to where you have to have a college education to be able to clean a goddamn toilet. And then half the time they have these qualifications that you cannot meet without having the experience. There's several times I've seen software companies looking for a certain software engineer that's proficient in a certain type of software, but they need 5 years experience doing that, and it was only created a year and a half ago. So how the fuck are you going to have 5 years of experience
all the time? Well, my experience with that
too.
is that that's the HR people and the hiring managers and stuff. They don't know what the fuck is going on. They don't even know what that technology is. They just write the bullshit. They're like, what do you want?
All right.
Well, I want somebody who has 5 years of experience doing this. Okay. So they put out the listing. You go in and you talk to them and you prove that you can use that stuff, they'll hire you. That's why IT is if you can sit in front of a computer for like 10 hours a day, you're golden. You'll make a good paycheck and you can get the fucking job. But a lot of young people are so confused by that, because they're like, well, they want 5 years of experience. I don't qualify for this job. I'm not even going to apply. And like, fuck, dude. Like, we all remember the job application process. It sucks. You applied. You give them the information like 10 fucking times, and then not even get an interview. You might get one like 2 months later, and even forget that you applied to that fucking job, and they'll hit you up, and then you get that job. All
the
these
job
fucking
market
jobs.
is, and you know, it's even more ridiculous now than it was before COVID, because now all of them scream that they want to hire. We need people, and you fill out countless applications to places.
Right.
And I'm thankfully I'm not speaking on my own behalf, but I know people that's done it. You fill out the countless applications and never get a fucking phone call.
Yeah.
So where's all these people that are hiring? That's what I want to know. Where are they?
Fast food.
This is another thing that hit small town Canada here, at least, is no, businesses have gone bankrupt and gone out of town, and that's what there's an attack on small towns where the businesses are just gone, and then there's not replaced with anything else, and in my little town it's just fire gone, and so like and then the restrictions hit and all that, all the small businesses were gone. It's
ridiculous. It really is. You have all of these companies saying we're hiring, they don't hire anyone. And you have all of these small mom and pop places going out of business because they had to endure a year of no business whatsoever.
Those are the best places to work too.
Well, absolutely they are.
They treat you like family. They might not be able to pay you like a crazy paycheck, but like when I was young, best place to work was a mom and pop shop because they treated you like
you gotta work. Because like the independent person who works, they know of what it takes to get the job done, and they expect results, and like their business depends on it running properly and doing good. So like the mom and pop ones, they're the best to work for. But you got to work.
Oh, you got to work for sure. But I mean, like you got to work regardless. This is all we do.
Right. Yeah, and I see that one comment, working in this system isn't earning your keep, it's outsourcing your sovereignty. That is a dumb argument. Working in this society is feeding you, period. Money, it takes money in order to live. Sitting at home, not doing a goddamn thing.
In this society, yes, it does.
Yeah, I mean, right. You have to work in order to eat.
In any society, though, all right, let's look at it this way. If we were a communist society, like actual communism, not that Soviet shit, there's going to be people that work, take care of the disabled, take care of the people that can't work. Always working, no matter what. Even the people that are disabled will have to do something to make this work. But we're not going to own shit. We're not going to have our own property. We're not going to have our own house. We're not going to have our own privacy. We're all together. Do you really want to do that?
No,
fuck no. I can't stand fucking people sometimes, to be honest.
Let me read some more comments.
Oh god.
Bo says hi, and Hobo says y'all aren't saying what Jane wants to hear, make it your problem. You're gonna have to educate yourself one way or the other. He also says she means Jenny means working it is participating in your own oppression, but y'all not ironically see it as your duty. And he says working in the system isn't earning your keep, it is outsourcing your sovereignty, i.e. Stockholm syndrome. I understand what he's saying. My whole thing is I don't know like how any of that changes though.
It doesn't.
I didn't even really get
it doesn't. What does he want to do?
I mean no matter what type of structure, there's always going to be bartering. There's always going to be trade. There's always going to be some type of monetary compensation, regardless of whether it's a paper dollar, digital dollar, freaking goat, trading for some milk.
Sometimes I mean,
there's some type of, that's
even
what
with trade though, it is doing some sort of something of your craft. Then
right, but that also goes back
to be your own boss. And this isn't really outsourcing your sovereignty.
It's not.
At least you're working for your own and you're doing your own.
And that's exactly what people like me do. I mean, I don't work for anyone in particular. I don't have a boss. If I decide not to go to work tomorrow, guess what? I just won't go to work tomorrow. I work for me.
Make $1 that day. Yeah.
I just don't make any money that day.
Right.
So,
well, yeah, that's your sovereignty though, right? Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Oh yeah, no.
Capitalism
Well,
is not
if you work for
capitalism.
somebody, your intake, your outcome. I mean, I mean, you're outsourcing
I don't mind
your
working for
energy
somebody
and
as long as they're not a.
being sold short, and for some fat guy to get fatter, it's that
No, it's not the case because I work for an employee-owned company, and yeah, he makes more money than me, but he's been there longer than me. He should, so I respect that.
Right.
Capitalism. Go ahead, Tari.
No, actually, let me read some. No, sorry, Justin. What are we gonna say before I read some more?
Oh, I was gonna say, like, I don't mind working. I enjoy it, but like, my job's not that fucking hard because I worked shitty jobs for a long time, so I can work a job that's not that fucking hard.
Right. All right. Let me read some comments. Jenny says, no, you don't let a lot of things happen. Not everyone's afforded the same opportunity. War on drugs is class war racism. And she says, in regards to the, hobos comments, I can speak for myself, not quite what I meant. She says, I mean, a person's worth is not based on their economic or ability to serve. Not all jobs financially pay.
I don't think anybody that statement. I don't think anybody said that here.
No. What I was saying is to just blatantly decide that you're not going to do anything to help yourself and rely on everyone else to help you means you're a non-functioning person. Plain and simple. That's all I'm saying. It's not that you're not worth anything, but if you're willing to just sit there and sponge off for everybody else and not do anything for yourself and not better yourself, then you have no worth.
Right.
Regardless of money.
Right. And High End says that is not what work is now. That is the point. We aren't working to earn value.
What are we working for then?
Well, I mean, it is working towards value though, because you're working towards this is the growing up. When you turn 16, you get your first job, right? And you get treated like shit working at McDonald's or Burger King or whatever.
Correct.
And you build yourself up.
Correct.
And then you get to a point where you make enough money where you can respect yourself and people respect you, and you can afford to go and do whatever the fuck you want at that point. Whether or not you want to stay there, that's up to you. But like, that's the choice. It's capitalism.
I'm fully against capitalism. So like,
I mean,
aren't we doing the news? Fuck.
No, we're not doing the news. We're talking about, bro, you're living in a house with a bunch of books behind you, drinking, smoking a bomb. I mean, that's capitalism. I'm sorry. Because if it wasn't capitalism, trust me, human beings are not capable of any other type of. We're not capable of anarchism where this is yours, this is mine, whatever the fuck. Like, I'll leave you alone.
Like, all these are denials that we are slaves to a fucking system. We're slave to
but that's the thing.
System
but
that
you
is
see, no, you're right. But the bad thing about it is it's never going to change. It is never going to change. You've always been a slave to some type of system.
More fair and because it's not fair whatsoever.
It's never been fair because there have been bigger than you that could make you do what they want.
Well, then exactly, this freaking whole thing is like, fucking, why I'm out here? Fuck the system, and then tell them fuck off.
Yeah, and then you die basically. It's been like that forever.
It's a vicious cycle. It's a vicious cycle, regardless of how much money you have.
I'm always going to be against it and speak out.
I mean, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how much money you have in the bank, who you are, nothing. None of that matters. It's a vicious cycle. You will always have to put out in order to receive. That's just.
I mean, it's. Well, no. What are we gonna say before I went off at some point?
The deal is, look, even with tribes, Native American tribes, there's always a leadership.
Give and be a slave. This is the argument you two are putting forth at the moment.
No,
I'd like to just get on with the freaking news and like.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, as long as there's
deny that this is the reality of it, like, this is what it is. and you're not a slave. That's the thing.
No,
This
yeah,
cult-
you want
Am I
electricity,
really?
you want to interact with each other.
If
You
I want to pay
any-
for
you
electricity,
want
I move
food,
to the
you want
fucking woods
water.
and I build fucking and send them out to politicians. You know what I mean?
But, you know, at the end of the day, as long as you have one group of people controlling what everyone else wants to do, no matter what ism it is, you're always going to have these sorts of problems.
It doesn't. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Now the question is, how do you find your way through?
You start
go
working when
through
you're
it.
16
Everyone
and
has
become a
their
slave to the
opinion of
system.
the best way to get through slavery. Oh, do it this way. Oh, do it that way. Oh, this is the best way to be a slave.
Does Scott look like a slave to you right now?
We all are.
How? He looks happy to me. He's got his family. He's got his pets. He's got his house. He's got all his equipment. He can have the show where we can talk about whatever we want.
That's fantastic.
No one's kicking his door down. No one's telling him, hey, don't say that.
I'm not saying, hey, let's take this away from Scott because he's gone out and did stuff. No,
But like, look,
you know?
bro, you're literally smoking weed and drinking on a Friday night, and no one's doing shit to you. We complain way too fucking much. I'm not saying don't complain. There are things that are wrong. There are injustices for sure.
There's definitely a lot to complain about.
But it's not about it's not about us. It's not us. It's other people.
Right.
You know, I speak on we speak
I
on
think
the
you
ones
guys are
that
just
are in
beating a
third
dead
world
horse.
countries too.
We're not beating
It's
a dead
not
horse.
just us.
It's not us. How fucking bad is our life right now? We're all fucking on a video call.
Subject.
We're all on a video call talking to each other
Yeah.
freely.
All
We
right,
can
let
say
me read
whatever we
Bring
want.
up some different fucking
let me read-
shit.
let me read some more comments.
Circles.
Anyway, high-end hobo
This is a
says that
fucking
you're
mess.
working to enable consumption, which is rarely valued in the system. Capitalism, by definition, LeBlanc, is the creation and preservation of an owner class at the expense of the general populace. And he also said hashtag free-range slaves. And Jenny says, not all jobs financially pay. She also says bettering yourself is the best work and some of the hardest.
Well,
And we all know. Thank you.
A waitress should be apt to live and have everything that everyone else is supposedly apt to provide themselves for.
Why?
Why do they have to live in poverty?
They don't.
For their same amount of output.
Hold on. So you're telling me that me working myself into a position where I am now, to where I can afford the things that I have.
Them to be in poverty, because so then
I'm asking you. Hold on, I'm trying to ask you a legitimate question. Let me finish my question, please, sir. Let me finish my question. So all of the work that I did to get where I am now, to have everything that I have, I should just give it to somebody that works for a lot less than I do. Is that what you're telling me? So what's the point of even working?
No.
You just literally said that a waitress is entitled to everything that I have.
That's not what he said. What he said was people, people who are like in the service industry should be able to live on their own. Nothing to do with.
Oh, absolutely. I'm not saying that.
Yeah,
but the thing is, until they stop fucking around with the prices and everything, that's not going to happen. Because those people in the service industry, as soon as all of those prices start going through the roof, people are going to stop buying their shit, which means those jobs go away.
Yeah. Automation too. Not only that, there's a lot of them IT jobs that went away.
Yeah.
When the cloud was created,
the waitress.
When the cloud was created,
it's an attack on the poor, and the poor.
It's not an
attack on the poor.
Not an attack on the
It's
poor.
an attack in general.
The food
period.
is the worst.
If you're not,
what
if
they
you're
can
not,
afford. No, it's like
no. That's.
Let me ask you a question. If you started a business, what's the ultimate goal of that business? That's in order to make you money, correct? Right? No, I'm asking a question. It's a yes or no
no
question.
Money all of a sudden going to start a business?
That's not the question I asked.
That's
if you
not how
started
that
a
works.
business, what would be the reason to start the business? Correct? Yes or no?
I mean, technically, people can start businesses without any money. But
that's not even the question I'm trying to ask.
But
it is a targeted question. It's a yes or no question. It does not need all kind of explanation. If you started a goddamn business, what would you start it for? For money or for not? Or just to sit there and twiddle your fucking thumbs and stick your hand in your ass? What do you start business for?
Well,
that's the question.
Hopefully, it would be for the betterment of mankind.
That's
why would you community?
Okay, what does that take? That takes okay. So that's just an easy way of you saying you cannot answer my question. That's basically what it is.
No, I said hopefully.
Okay, but you start a business, and I'm okay. Let's break it down in simple terms. You start a business in order to
let me finish, and like you're asking towards of what it is, of what the goal, and a part to that goal, it was hopefully that would be is some sort of service to mankind, and that it isn't some wasteful fucking job that is doing absolutely nothing.
Right. Okay. Okay. All right. So the next part of my question.
Behind it, we have to feed and put and
no, that's not what I'm getting at. I'm about to make a point for you. I'm about to make a point for you. You start that business.
This capitalist system.
You start your business. You start your business, and say you decide to start a restaurant. The prices of food is ridiculous. That's just plain and simple. I don't think anybody can argue about that, especially whenever a grower for chickens gets 37 cents per chicken, and then the end cost of it at a store is over $4 a pound. So your food cost is astronomical, but you can't do it by yourself. So you have to hire people, and that requires service industry. And you also need the middle class to fund said service industry in your restaurant. And if your prices reflect what you need to make in order for you to survive and pay people livable wages, which is impossible because of the cost of food, it does not work. It does not work. That's why service industry jobs pay so low.
Yep.
And I don't understand why people don't see that. It's common, regular math.
That's how they provided the market in order to have people in such destitute situations.
No, those jobs are meant for fucking teenagers. It's their first job. They're not supposed to make a living wage.
Yeah,
they're not supposed to move out at 16. Jason knows what's up because he grew up in California with me.
Anyway,
you're supposed to grow up making minimum wage. You're not supposed to make enough money to move out right away.
If you're 28 to 20, okay, if you're 30 to 60 years old and you're working at a restaurant and that's been your entire career, you really need to rethink what your life was for you.
Unless you're like a manager making above 20.
If you've worked that long at any place, I'm proud of them for working.
Well, right. But what I'm saying is, on the flip of that, you knew what you were making when you were hired. You knew what the cost of stuff was when you were hired. And if you can't survive on that, then you should have took whatever step was necessary to get yourself out of that position.
I wouldn't work at a corporation like McDonald's, though. You know what I mean? Even if you're a manager, they're going to cut your wages.
I will tell you that Sonic put me through college. I would make $100 every Friday and Saturday night in the 90s. And I don't know what people make now 20 years later, but waitresses, I mean, like we got paid. Like, I mean,
y'all said do what you're happy. I would pump gas. That was the happiest time of me pumping gas. Could I live off of pumping gas? No.
Because what I'm saying is, it's
that brought me the biggest joy. It was lovely.
This is the thing that people.
But life is not always about doing what you want to do.
No, it's not.
I mean, you really think I want to go and climb on ladders every freaking day and rewire lights and all of this other shit that I do for every day? No. Half the time I don't even want to get out of my bed. But guess what? I might want to.
I'm fighting for you too, brother. You don't want to do that shit.
So it can be fucking lazy and never fucking do anything. Let's all just live on welfare then. We'll get a fucking condominium together.
Okay,
But, I
okay.
mean,
Well then,
all right.
If everybody gets on welfare, then who's going to ultimately pay the bill?
Yep.
Nobody.
Who's
The
gonna
government.
pay the fucking bill if no one's
The
working?
people working.
If the government's not getting any money,
Right, the CEOs who
Well, they
make
won't get
million.
it from us, but
Right.
you know, other people
All right,
that fucking
okay,
do it.
okay, all right. You know, on one hand, I agree.
What?
Okay, the way the market's set, not everyone's going to make a living wage, and unfortunately, that sucks. That being said, I do find it odd that we belittle all these jobs, that service jobs that actually like keep things going, when we all just turn a blind eye to like Fortune 500 companies hiring these useless CEOs, millions upon millions of dollars to like artificially like puff up a stock price and be bad executives.
Nobody
I
said
just
that.
find it odd that like corporate America pays people like millions and millions of dollars to be completely inept and worthless at their jobs, and everyone just like.
Literally, nobody said that.
No, I know,
No,
but I'm
it's-
just bringing that up as a different point.
it is.
No,
It is.
that's a
No.
good point.
You're
It's a
right.
different
You're right.
point.
You're right.
All we need is a good different point because I got gas, fire gas, if you guys need it.
Stop. What I'm saying is,
It was the happiest
minimum wage
time.
jobs are necessary, right? But they're not. You're not supposed to stay there your whole life.
Right. Okay. In theory, fine. I get
In
that.
theory,
But that
no,
being
you're
said,
right.
if wages kept up with the rate of inflation, the minimum wage would be at least like 20 something an hour.
Well,
Right.
We really
But
want to
then-
go by.
Yeah.
that.
Well,
But
they're paying
then
kids
you
out
got to
here,
look at the
like-
flip side of that coin, because if the dollar, if we increased wages to reflect inflation,
Mhm.
then
They're still
the
making
prices
minimum.
of everything else would immediately go up.
Yeah, but Scott, we have
Because they're gonna-
Scott,
no, I mean,
but
it's
the thing
a-
is, Scott.
It's an
No, I
inverted
agree with
bubble.
what you're saying, but
No,
at the same
it's-
time, it's like
What
the
I'm
wage ever since 1980, they haven't kept up.
No, they
Before
haven't.
1980, they used to keep up. That's what
Yeah,
I'm saying.
they don't keep up with the
Oh,
rate of
they have
inflation. I mean,
They
that's
haven't
just,
kept up.
you know, and it's getting to the point to where if they did try to adjust the market to reflect inflation, now at this point, the service industry or whoever's working at minimum wage, the dollar would bust.
To
Right.
say
They
that we
can't
don't
sustain
respect
it.
their jobs either, it's a fucking hard job. It's a shitty job.
Oh,
Nobody
it's a
wants to
horrible
fucking
job.
do
I
it.
would not
No,
trade
I'm not
anyone.
saying anyone
job.
here disrespected the jobs. I'm saying, like, in general, when I hear these, you know, some of these things, I'm just like, wait a second, how everyone makes a big deal about the service industry, but yet, like, someone as inept as Carly Fiorina
Oh no, they're
gets, like,
just as
3
guilty
golden
of it.
parachutes.
Well,
They're
yeah,
just
no,
as
but-
guilty of it. They're one of the
Right.
reasons it is the way it is now.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
And, like, I feel
it's
for
a
these
trickle
kids.
down effect. It's a trickle down
Right.
effect. You know, it's
I
Right,
the,
so-
the most
I
retarded
wish
person
they
at the
could
top,
do
and it
that.
just rolls downhill from there.
Well, that is
Exactly.
true. And what I will say is, ever since Scott was born, wages stopped kept keeping up with the rate of inflation. So basically, blame Scott if you're dying. I'm just kidding.
Wow.
Just
Well,
put that
it's
juju
all
on
coming
me,
out, bro.
sir.
Yeah, I mean, he was born in
So
79.
you're,
I am
you're
never
blaming
shopping.
me too.
Harsh. I am never shopping in your 7-Eleven ever again.
You know what? You didn't even pay the right amount. You're like $10 short on the last one.
He haggled you.
He haggled. Why you
Yeah,
know?
you-
Why you not pay the entire bill?
You
What?
outstingied
You
an
owe me
Indian
1
person,
month, Benny.
Scott.
Why the fuck you give me? You don't have that? I don't know why he's Chinese now. Fucking, I don't know. But look, the main point is
You
that I'm
don't
gonna-
even know the accent. You don't even know.
I don't have. I
Shit,
know.
here we go.
Shut up.
Yeah,
Listen,
we were
my
talking
main
about
point is,
Indian people being stingy, and you went all Asian.
I'm not making fun of people that work at fucking McDonald's. Okay, whatever job you fucking do, I'm proud
I'm
of
not
you.
saying you
Keep
were.
doing that shit. But like, to say that, it's just silly that they should be making a living wage at their first fucking job. That's insane to me.
I mean,
That
I
makes no fucking
suppose,
sense.
but like I said, it's also insane that you
I
know
mean,
you have
it's a different time from when
much
we all
are only
started working.
suited for that. Say, like, yeah, you had one that's sort of like had
mean,
some
That's
sort of
fucked up to
handicap
say
or
though. That
something like
that's
that.
all they get. Well, yes, that's fine, but they get taken care of too.
You know,
right. Well, I mean, as insane as it might be for someone
In
to
other
say, "Hey,"
societies, those people would be fucking killed. They
right,
wouldn't even be allowed to fucking work at Walmart or whatever.
right.
but
Well,
yeah,
I mean,
no,
as
cutting grass. That's an 8-hour, you know, or even longer. Like
Right.
the ones who go around cutting grass, Yeah,
Bro,
I
I'm
mean,
Mexican. Trust me, I know all about cutting grass.
well, there you go.
All right,
bro.
Chico.
I mean, that's supposed to be a living wage of oh, you're spending all this time. What is there other time
A living wage?
Put efforts towards some other thing, or even save up money on that sort of thing? There's no saving up to invest in yourself to start a business for your own. I mean,
I mean, now,
I agree
in
with
fairness, hold on.
I
Now,
agree
in
with what he's
fairness, you
saying.
can get grants to start a business if you know how to follow the right paper. That's one. Second of all, more importantly, as insane as it might sound for someone's first job to be a living wage, it's just as insane for someone to make millions and millions upon millions of dollars to basically run a Fortune 500 company to the ground too. So
Well,
there's both sides of the fuckery.
Obviously, all we fucking agree that that's bullshit. But like
Correct.
that money didn't just come from nowhere.
Or
Some people were just born with it.
CPS top line CPS workers making six figures, and yeah.
Bro, like I don't even know what the fuck Richard Trump does to make like six figures. And he's like supposed to be like the AFL-CIO labor union. He's just, oh no, he's dead now. But when he was alive, I didn't even know what the hell he was doing. He was just going on CNBC all the time, just bullshitting with like all the hosts and all the on all the TV shows. It was just, I don't know. It's just weird. People make lots of money to do nothing in this country, and that's why it's so great. Because
Well,
if you're one of those people, you're great.
But now look at him. Where's that guy that I fucked off last time? He should come back so we can talk about Alex Jones again and be like, hey, you're gonna help him pay his bill?
What
Well,
happened
like
to
$1 million.
All right, talking about Alex Jones. Oh Jesus, not that bullshit again. Dude, during that show, like I wasn't even gonna say anything, but then I started reading some of the comments, and they're like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? They're literally propagating someone who basically makes money off of lying to people. It's just, I don't know.
Not anymore. He's broke as fuck, and he owes them $1 million, and I bet you he's never going to be able to pay it off.
I don't think if he had any brains, he'd probably hire enough people to make sure he never has to pay it off. I mean, look,
if he had any brains, he wouldn't have fought with Joe Rogan, because Joe Rogan doesn't really have any brains either, and Joe Rogan would have been like, "You're my friend. I'll give you $1 million. I got you."
Well, I mean, O.J. Simpson of all people is able to avoid paying a $33 million lawsuit.
Well, he's in prison, isn't he?
Yeah, but even when he wasn't in prison, he was still able to. Well, he's been out now, but even when he wasn't in prison, he was able to avoid it. So if Alex Jones is as smart as he thinks he is, he should be able to find a way not to pay that, to legally avoid paying that judgment. Now, that being said, you know,
he shouldn't have to pay for it.
That would be easy to do. All he'd have to do is file bankruptcy.
All he shouldn't have to pay for it?
No, he's saying he will figure out a way not to pay for it.
He shouldn't have had to pay for it.
I don't think OJ had to file bankruptcy, but he avoided it.
Well, no, I mean, you can't squeeze blood out of a turnip either, and he didn't have any money left, so.
Well, yeah, all he had was his NFL pension, but either way.
That's kind of a thing that we do in America too, is that they'll ticket homeless people. I've seen police write up tickets to homeless people like, what is your address? And I'm like, you know this motherfucker has no address. What do you mean? The corner? The fucking freeway?
See, this is another thing, like, feeding the homeless. This become crimes in some cities and stuff like that. You can't even go out and be charitable. You can't feed cats. Like this attack on the poor. They put spikes so they can't sleep underneath bridges and such like that. Even the homeless. Yes, they burned down they had tents set up. They burnt them down in Winnipeg.
I mean, that's basically I wouldn't even call that class warfare. I mean, that's just like kicking someone when they're down, literally.
That's corporate protection. And Jason, should I tell them about my story? You know the one about the blanket.
Just tell us.
I don't know. I don't know if that's appropriate.
You might as well.
That's probably not appropriate.
It's
all right,
probably not. I mean, you can if you want to. You know, I'm
gonna do it. Fuck it. So I saw this man on the floor, and it was a cold night, and I was like, "This is fucked up." And he was sleeping there, right? And I was like, this is fucking wrong. So I grab a blanket and I bring it to him, put it over him. Guess what this guy does? He turns over, he looks at me, turns around again, doesn't say thank you, and that's okay. I don't need to thank you. That's fine. And look, all right. I'm not making this up, okay? This is a real story that happened. Stop laughing. God, sorry. You're making it seem like it's not a real story. It is. This really happened.
I know it did.
Guess what this guy did?
So you put the blanket on him and he just rolled back over, and then what happened?
No, I mean he just like closed his eyes and looked to the side and he started jacking off, and I was like, all right.
He started jacking off.
He did. And I was like, you know what? Good for you, bro.
Dude, was it underneath the blanket?
It was under.
Wait,
well, obviously
you gave him privacy.
That's right. You gave him one thing he actually needed, which was privacy. Justin, you should be proud of yourself.
I am proud of myself. Good for him. I'm happy for him, you know? He was warm.
For
he could jerk off as much, and it's not like he was looking at people around. It was late at night. He wasn't like a pervert or anything. Well, I mean, he was homeless. What the fuck out? Like, bro.
That's awesome.
It's not like you had a bedroom to go to do that in.
Yeah, poor guy.
I mean,
bro.
you could have fucking wet behind the dumpster or something.
All I heard,
he probably was doing that, but that seems really uncomfortable.
Look, look, Justin, I'm glad you helped the homeless man get off. So good for you.
I am too. Yeah,
I'd rather him not say thank you or anything at all.
I'm going to heaven forever. I'm gonna become a saint.
Yep.
No,
Saint.
nigga.
What do you mean? I'm saying jerk off.
Shut the fuck.
I think that would have made it weirder. That would have made it weirder if you said anything at all. No,
no, I didn't. I was just like, all right, you do you. And I just walked away. I was like, all right, well, I'm glad you're happy. Good for you.
Were you happy?
He was so happy.
Not really. I was a little disturbed, but like, you know, it's fucking shit. Like we haven't jerked off before. If I was homeless, like I'd probably be wanting to jerk off all the time. What else do you do?
This is so wrong.
It's not wrong.
So many questions.
The dude just wanted to come. Like, it's not my fault. I gave him warmth and I gave him a place to come. I gave him a Harry Potter cloak of invisibility. Okay.
Apparently, Justin Del Toro is also moonlighting as an escort for the homeless. So there you go.
Wow, I didn't come. I didn't jerk him off. He did it himself. I just gave him a place to do it. Jesus. Let's say that.
That'd been funny if
you're an enabler, Justin. Justin's an enabler.
I enabled him.
You're a pervert enabler.
Dude.
That motherfucker's probably dead.
Turned around, looked at you, and was like, "Why don't you stand there? Give me a hand."
No, he looked at me, didn't say thank you. He just like looked away and then just started jerking off. And I was like, all right, cool, like, bro.
This is your thank you.
You're just oozing machismo, man.
Did you say you're welcome?
What the fuck? No. It wasn't what I expected, okay? I didn't even want him to tell me thank you, but like,
well, he definitely told you thank you, didn't he?
Oh,
he definitely said thanks for that. I appreciate it.
Justin Del Toro's. If Justin Del Toro ever ran for office, his campaign slogan would be something along the lines of "hand jobs for the homeless."
I didn't give him a hand job. He gave it to himself.
I think that sounds like a new Facebook page, if you ask me.
Like something like it'd be something like blankies for wankies.
Oh man, that would be awesome. GoFundMe. Hand jobs for the homeless.
No, wait. Did you guys hear Jason? Blankies for wankies. That's the one. That's it. That's my platform. Put me on the show with Lucky, and we will argue about
blankies for wankies.
Yes, it's better.
Shut up.
We're starting CrayolaSec. And
what is it?
Our platform is
CrayolaSec?
CrayolaSec.
And
it's blankies for wankies. Yep. Homeless people deserve to come too. You fucking
so many colors in the homeless rainbow.
Many colors in the homeless rainbow. How did you remember that song? I haven't heard that fucking. God, I hate you.
I heard that song.
I'm reporting you. Many colors in the homeless rainbow. That's not even what it's called.
I know it's homo rainbow, but
I know. Bro, you grew up with South Park. I can already tell. Fuck you.
I grew up in the South Park of Crip.
Well, are you gonna join my movement or not? Because I need some help.
Absolutely.
Hart, you in?
Well, these
Hart, I will
these
fucking
people
send you a
deserve a
SpongeBob
home
blanket.
or toilet or something, you know.
They deserve to come,
Well,
bro. That's
hey,
basically my
we're
platform.
giving them blankets first.
Blankets
We
so
get
they
a
can jerk
blanket
off.
that say I'm not a slave on it.
Yeah. I'm all up for giving blankets to.
We should give them a blanket that just says "I'm coming, don't look."
See,
From what I understood,
yeah.
Mary Jane doesn't
Oh,
even care if
shit.
you don't help them at all. Just make sure they have a blanket before they go to town.
And
I
see,
mean-
I was
I
going to
said that
say
was the
take out the
first
middleman, but like,
What
maybe
else
you
was I
might
supposed to
wanna
do?
find a
said?
middleman so you
I
don't
was gonna
run
give
into
him- I was
Justin's problem.
I was gonna give him money.
There
as
should
well.
never be a middleman in that Hart. I don't care how you look at it.
I was gonna give him money as well, but he started jerking off, and I'm like, all right. Yeah, okay, I'm good.
Hart goes, would that be like a middleman? No, there should never be a middleman in that. Ever.
Oh, Hart, you want to be
Period.
the middleman? You want to jerk him off?
No, he's asking you.
No,
Oh,
because like some of these places, like like a Salvation Army. I mean, they're not really giving these blankets directly to the ones who actually require blankets. You know what I'm saying? So like you got to find these persons sometime, but you might run into a situation that just.
Well, I will say this: the Salvation Army is actually one of the better charities than the rest. Because if you donate,
hands down.
If you donate to the Red Cross, to the Salvation Army, I can almost assure you 99% of what you donate is going to go to the people that need it.
Yeah.
You know,
Red Cross though?
So
some of
if
these
you have
homes
extra
or
fabric and sewing equipment and you want to make a blanket, we can send it to BT and he can dispense them out.
Yeah, just
they could have like rainbows and hands and penises all over it.
No, you don't want that. Just have it say like, "Don't look, I'm coming."
Well, you better look.
Why would you look? They're homeless and they're just trying to jerk off, bro.
No, he's saying the person that's doing it better look. He doesn't want to put somebody's eye out or something. I mean, can you imagine being homeless and sued for blinding someone?
Well, what the fuck? You have no income or property. What are they gonna do? Take your blanket? We'll give them another one. It's fine.
Don't you touch my fucking blanket, bitch.
We're gonna go broke with blankets.
They won't touch your blanket after I tell the officer. Do you know what the fuck he was doing under there?
Come and pull your blanket from you.
Bro, they will not pull the blanket because I'll be like, do you know what he was doing under there? He came all over that fucking blanket. He's been jacking off under that blanket for like a week.
To be fair, it also depends on what kind of officer shows up to the call.
That is true.
Because if you have heart shows,
damn, Hart fucking gave that look of like absolute seriousness. He's like, no, they won't care.
Oh yeah. I mean, well,
I'll take
some will pull out the taser, and some might like being tasered. You know how that goes.
Whoa! What are you talking about the cum in the blanket, bro? That's
No, he was talking about the person doing it. You know that just might like send him over the edge for him. You know, it's just
the guy doing it.
I don't know. That dude probably fucking would love that shit. He seemed like a kinky motherfucker.
It might be involuntary, man. He might not be ready. Everyone's like, "Damn, I was not ready."
The second I threw that blanket on him, he was just went to town, bro. Like that guy did not give a fuck.
Or said the guy might not be ready, and the taser,
Are
would.
you thinking about not being ready to come?
Talk about an early release.
Move on.
You guys are bad.
Harsh, that has got to be the worst analogy I've ever heard. Thank you very much.
How about that? Let that man come. Like
so confused.
Talk about an early release, Scott.
Yeah,
that is absolutely hard.
Y'all are. Oh my.
I didn't sit around and watch him release. I saw him jack off, and I was like, "All right, we'll enjoy the blanket pie," and that was it.
God.
He didn't at least smile at you or anything.
No, he didn't look at me. Thank God, because I would have traumatized me.
I would have taken a picture.
You would take a picture of a homeless man jacking off?
Yes, I would have.
Speaking of coming, Majestic says I came back at the wrong time.
Yes.
No one's
We're
coming tonight.
gonna hand out blankets so people can jack off underneath them.
He fucking winked at Justin, and then he whispered some anti-Semitic shit in his ear as he walked by.
What?
And now we'd like to thank everyone for joining us for this final episode of the CrayolaSec.
Yeah, we're gonna have to rebrand after this.
He wouldn't say why would he say anti-Semitic shit? Like he was still mid jerk off before I left.
We need to come on down to the.
No,
wait. What level? How did you gauge like middle of that? I mean, how do you know it's like the middle of it?
Bro, I put the blanket on him. I was like, I hope you're okay. Have a good night. Like, and then I noticed this guy started jerking off, and I was like, all right, I'm out.
He's like, I'm almost there.
Justin Del Toro helping the homeless, one hand job at a time.
I didn't give him a hand job. He gave it to himself.
Yo, Justin's
he's a big Justin Del Toro helping the homeless, one wanky blankie at a time.
Y'all may not
Follow me on Instagram, Wanky Blankies for the homeless.
The hand job humanitarian, everybody. Justin Del Toro.
If I can do that.
Hey, bro, homeless people deserve to come.
Did you just seriously say? Did you just seriously say? Hand job. Oh, I can't even.
Humanitarian.
Yeah,
humanitarian hand job.
Hand job hero. Follow me on Facebook at handjobsec.
Handjobsec.
We look for people that are homeless and then send them blankets and then watch them jerk off.
Yeah.
No, I don't want. No.
What?
No,
No, we do not stay and watch.
No, not you.
Well, not you either.
You're Void Sec. I'm Handjob Sec. We're rivals.
It's a special edition of the mosh pit. Every time he stops and gives someone a blanket from now on, we'll just go live from that point.
It's the Handjob pit.
Every Saturday nights.
Listen.
I mean,
hey, look, they deserve to come to
just invent a blanket with a little a tube sock thing at the end for your
what
start selling that.
I thought I went too far. I You went too far now.
Oh wow!
Tube sock extension in the blanket.
No. Scott Cheetah might be onto something. A blanket that has like something that injects like water and nutrients into their body while they jerk off under the blanket.
I didn't even say that. Now you took it too far.
I invented a better blanket. Capitalism, baby. I will make way more money.
I said something about
Justin
a tube
and
sock
Scott
so
Jr.
they
talking about
can
penal hygiene. This is
no. They could have the tube sock in their
turned high tech, man. I was gonna say,
why would you like? What is this dude is trying to sell? Like now he's trying to like use a technological marvel just to have blankets for homeless people to jack off in.
Well,
I mean, come on, Alex.
I didn't even know this was
engineering. Scott Jr. is the engineer.
No, I'm not. No. We are not using engineering backgrounds in the Sonnier family to design wanky blankies. I'm sorry, it's just not going to happen.
He said he's going to put a tube sock in there, and I adapted that idea to be like, well, let's put like nutrients and water into them so that they can survive the jack off. Because I don't know, I feel like
paper.
If I was homeless,
this is humane. Come on,
toilet paper,
blanket and toilet paper, a roll of toilet paper and a blanket.
Just come into the blanket. Who gets a fuck
already
dirty as fuck
dual
anyway?
Purpose. They can use that later on. And,
they can jerk off and then wipe their ass. I mean, it's perfect.
That fucking blanket would
toilet paper already exists.
They still require that. Some of them.
And I mean, if it's like, if you know, like, and if you get the right amount of donations, you can like give them KY too.
I've never met a homeless.
You know, like a little travel
toilet paper. They just want alcohol and jack off.
They might appreciate it. You don't know.
Just like me and Jason.
No, I've given food to the homeless, and some of those ones at that tent that had their shit burnt down. These were young men that were able-bodied, that would definitely appreciate freaking some toilet paper. I'm not giving them that. I give them some food.
Why didn't you give them a hand job? What the fuck?
That's
your department, Justin.
That's inhumane, bro.
I'll give them blanket, toilet paper. You gave me a good idea. I'm gonna hand out some toilet paper. It's cheap.
You should
Toilet paper, sanitizer. At this point, sanitizer. Why
A
not?
tube,
Just
a
put it all
travel, a
over.
travel bottle of KY.
Yeah, just give them the whole like toiletry bag.
Check them off too while you're at it, bro. What the
wipes,
fuck? Don't be a
man.
fucking hater. It's 2022. No one's gonna judge you.
I like that. I said, yeah, give him a travel tube of KY, and Harsh goes, yeah, just give him a whole little bag of toiletries. Like that's normal toiletries, KY jelly.
I don't know. If you're like on a romantic trip or something, what the fuck? Am I supposed to judge?
They're homeless, Harsh. What kind of fucking romantic trip is that involved?
I don't know.
You never heard that song Under the Bridge by the Red Hot Chili Peppers?
Under the Bridge by the Red Hot Chili
Peppers. Oh my god.
You know what that's about? It's about fucking homeless people. They're humanitarians.
The hand job humanitarian himself, Justin Del Toro.
Hey, listen, I won't go that far. I won't fuck them. I'll jerk them off, but I'm not gonna fuck them. Red Hot Chili Peppers,
wait. So you're like
what?
Like actually volunteering to jerk them off now? What how did we get to this point?
I mean,
shit, you're already giving that. I mean,
$40 is $40.
All right, so we're gonna start a company called Wanky Blankies for the homeless.
Wanky Blankies for the Wanky Blanky Sec.
Wanky Blanky Sec.
Aligned with Crip Sec. Void Sec, you want to come at us?
No, we're gonna leave Void Sec out of this one because that could be potential conflict of interest, especially if the blanket falls off. I mean, the blanket falls off, then we're in a bind. So we can't be associated with that. I mean,
unless children are around, then it's fine.
No.
What do you mean no?
Have you met some of these people on the street lately? I mean, most of the women that walk around these days have the mentality of 2-year-olds anyway. So no, we can't let the blanket fall off in any situation, period.
Way to call out my ex like that.
Man.
And like better yet, imagine if you handed him a single person tent.
Wait, isn't it?
He would have really loved that.
Have a hand job in Canada, Hart?
What? Oh, probably. There's still bathhouses and that such, but
wait, did he ask you
restricted and shit?
Did he ask you if it's illegal to give a hand job? Is that what I heard correctly?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you pay for it and shit, I don't know. There's still escorts.
If you pay for it and shit,
can
you imagine paying for a hand job?
Why? People don't have hands.
Oh shit! I mean, I guess if you don't have hands, yeah. That's a reasonable investment.
Oh wow.
What?
Yeah. Oh
wow. You can ask.
What was that?
Helped out.
Where are you?
What was that? I think we just blew up MJ. I think she just had a critical failure or something.
Where are you?
Come back to us.
She's running.
I mean, how much would you even charge for a hand job? I mean,
how much would you charge?
Hey, wait, how did we get on this subject? What happened here?
$5.99.
Whoa, hold up.
We already know.
Jesus.
I don't know.
How much would you charge for a hand job, MJ?
I didn't charge for BJ, so I just don't even know why you're asking this.
Well, I mean,
what's the fucking price?
Welcome to the brutal honesty segment of the show, right here on the CrayolaSec Harsh Reality. We're going to throw the phone number up now. That's right, and it's 1-844-900-2747. Again, that number is 1-844-900-CSHR. That's 2747. It is up on the screen. Please be welcome to call in and talk to Mary Jane about non-payment for polio.
That was a long time ago. Make that clear.
Yes, it was a long time ago.
That explains the X in her name.
Jesus.
Wait, did she say how much she's charging, or is it still free?
It depends on your hands.
Y'all are killing me over here. I'm choking to death.
I can't use my hands anymore, so I can't give hand jobs. It's a real.
She can't use her hands anymore, so she had to resort to.
Use my mouth.
She had to resort
Horrible.
to.
She doesn't charge for that, so that's a good deal.
But you can hold the phone.
I'm sorry, MJ. That's super
disrespectful.
Oh God, this is like.
This is. I think
I'm
it's
sorry.
good. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in.
Jason's just signing us out now. That's how bad this has gotten.
The train was going down the right track, and I
no, it wasn't. This train hit a bus full of nuns on its way to an orphanage in slow motion. That's what this train did.
It's okay.
Yeah.
We'll donate to them after selling blankets.
And blew up a zoo in the process.
No, we can't sell the blankets to the homeless. They're already homeless. How the hell are they going to buy the blanket?
None of this will happen if
Oh God! Now we're back on the blanket subject again.
I don't even know if we should keep this show on the episode on the air.
No, definitely not.
I don't think it's anyone's practice.
Chalk it to the game.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I mean, between like a half-assed economics discussion and Justin's camp for a hand job to the homeless and MJ saying she's free, then
whoa!
I don't really know where you go from here.
Well,
she's allowed to be free. What are you like against?
I mean, like free as in like. Yeah, I mean, what was that?
That's not what I said. I
said I didn't even charge her job, so.
It was a past comment. It was in the past.
Prices.
No, and I didn't answer.
I know, but this is a weird question.
Does the price go up because of inflation?
Where do you go from free? $1?
I would think it'd be like $5.
Again, it all depends on the hand size.
She can't use her hands.
Yeah, this is getting worse and worse and worse.
What I said.
All right, and on this note, this has been another edition.
No, where are you going? What are you doing? We're not done yet.
We are out of here. That's a wrap.
Yes, because my mouth so let's get out of here.
No,
right,
news article.
Let's give Hart one news article. He owns that. We've been fucking traumatizing this poor man this entire time. He deserves it. One more.
All right. Let me stop the music. I'll stop the bumper. Okay,
yeah, Hart needs to start doing live streams on a robe again. Then this whole conversation would make more sense.
So our latest headline is from California.
Yeah, that is it.
Our latest headline.
You're wearing too many clothes, Hart. That's the problem.
All right, goddamn. Y'all wanted to do freaking headlines? Shut up and let me read a headline. Shut.
I had one. I just had one.
No. Seriously, stop. Let's go, Todd.
All right, California Charles Manson followers parole. Posted about an hour ago on AP. California's governor blocked the parole of Charles Manson follower Patricia Krenwinkel on Friday, more than 5 decades after she scrawled "Helter Skelter" on a wall using the blood of victims. Governor Newsom said that Krenwinkel, now 74, is still too much of a public safety risk to be freed. Miss Krenwinkel has, why does she have to have that last name? Fully accepted Mr. Manson's racist apocalyptic ideologies. Newsom said Miss Krenwinkel was not only a victim of Mr. Manson's abuse, she was also a significant contributor to the violence and tragedy that became the Manson family's legacy. A 2-member parole panel, for the first time in May, recommended that Krenwinkel be released after she previously had been denied parole 14 times. Newsom has previously rejected parole recommendations for other followers of Manson who died in prison in 2017. Krenwinkel became the state's longest-serving female inmate when fellow Manson follower Susan Atkins died of cancer in prison in 2009. Her attorney, Keith Watley, said he understands Krenwinkel is a long-serving woman in the United States. She and other followers of the cult leader terrorized the state in the late 1960s committing crimes that Newsom said were among the most fear-inducing in California's history. I would assume to be just living in California, period. Anyway, she was convicted in the slayings of pregnant actor Sharon Tate and 4 other people in 1969. She helped kill grocer Lino LaBianca and his wife Rosemary the night in what prosecutors say was an attempt by Manson to start a race war. Newsom agreed that she has been well behaved in prison, has completed many rehabilitation and education programs, and has demonstrated effusive remorse. He concluded that her efforts have not reduced her risk of future dangerousness. She still doesn't have sufficient insight into what caused her to commit the crimes or her triggers for antisocial thinking and conduct during bad relationships, Newsom said. Beyond the brutal murders she committed, she also played a leadership role in the cult and an enforcer of Mr. Manson's tyranny. She forced the other women into the cult to obey Mr. Manson and prevented them from escaping when they tried to leave, he said. Wadley did not immediately respond to telephone and email messages seeking comment on Newsom's decision. But Anthony DeMira, nephew of Jay Sebring, one of Krenwinkel's victims, had urged Newsom to block her release due to the rare, severe, egregious nature of her crimes. He said her actions incited, and I quote, the entire helter-skelter legacy that has caused permanent historical scars and inspired at least 2 ritualized killings years later. New law since Krenwinkel was last denied parole in 2017 required that the parole panel to consider that she committed murders at a young age and is now. Also, for the first time, Los Angeles County prosecutors weren't at the parole hearing to object, under District Attorney George Gascon's policy that prosecutors should not be involved in deciding whether prisoners are ready for release. She and other participants were initially sentenced to death, but they were released sentenced to life with the possibility of parole after the death penalty in California was briefly ruled unconstitutional in 1972. Krenwinkel was 19 and living with her older sister when she met Manson, then age 33, at a party during a time when she said she was feeling lost and alone. Bigger than life, she testified in May, and she started feeling that somehow his take on the world was right, the right one. Why is it written like that? Anyway,
well, I think it's.
Go ahead.
A German involved in ritual killings. Why does that not surprise me?
Because he could play Wonderwall on the acoustic guitar at parties and could convince women to do whatever he wanted.
It's funny because there's a picture of her on the news article.
Krenwinkel.
Krenwinkel.
Oh yeah, Krenwinkel. Oh yeah, das Third Reichschaft Krenwinkel. We must accept what the Mansion supporters.
Listen, Krenwinkel should be released and her own business called Krenwinkel's Cupcakes. It has a nice ring to it.
That's perfect. Maybe we can help her with marketing.
I mean, it's not like Cum Wrinkle or something like that. It's like Cum Wrinkle, you're not. You
know what I think this is, though, on a serious. Besides the fact that she displayed Nazi tendencies, when she was with Charles Manson. The point being is, I think they probably denied her parole because I don't think they think she's a menace to society as much as she's been institutionalized, but they don't want to say it.
Well, she's been in there
watch
forever.
Over. What?
Yeah, she's 74, but the thing is, how is she gonna live as a free, outside of prison bars when she spent the most of her adult life behind prison?
Well, I mean, anything is possible when you're Krenwinkel.
Oh yeah, they got the gem and
All right, well, okay, well, moving along. Let's get to another headline for Hart.
But to finish off that point though, how does someone in a more note, how do you even allow them to be back in society when they won't even be able to adapt to that society anymore?
How do you know that she can't though?
How do you know she doesn't have family that wants her out and loves her and will take her in? I mean, there's some.
She was a kid.
Is there though? Because from what I've noticed,
that was lost. Imagine all the drugs that at that time and age and stuff like that under the influence. Oh man, could have fallen whoever.
Right, I mean,
and the ones who fall for cults, cults, let's face it a little bit, some of them are very, very gullible, and it's like,
Yeah, they are.
Years
They're-
old.
that's-
She's a child.
Right, no, I know
It's
she's
fucked up.
old, and in theory, I think she should be released. But that being said, if she's been in there so long that she's become institutionalized, I think releasing her into the back into the public's going to be good for her either. Because I mean, what if she's back in public and she's like another Herb Brooks and she kills herself?
But did she
I
do
mean, that's
anything
her
violent,
choice, though.
violent while institutionalized?
Not that I know of. It
Apparently
doesn't say
not.
anything.
Exactly.
I don't think so either. But the question is, does she even have family that she could even be released to at this point?
Probably
'Cause
not. Probably not. I mean, if
but
she's
an
74
elderly
years
lady,
old.
she'll probably be working at McDonald's, and then Hart will be like, she deserves a raise.
She might kill herself with an air fryer. I'm just putting it out there. If she works at McDonald's.
Yeah,
I
but
mean, they don't
you
use
afford
air
an air
fryers
fryer
at
if you work at
McDonald's, do they?
McDonald's? No.
McDonald's uses air
No.
They
fryers?
use microwaves.
Oh, microwaves. Okay.
I'm going to date myself. Remember
Their
the movie
budget-
Tough
You're
Guys?
gonna
Yeah.
All right,
date
well-
yourself?
All right. So, moving on to the next headline. Across the pond in the other area
Oh,
of
God,
weirdness,
no.
the UK.
Are we going to England? Oh,
Yes,
no.
we're going to the UK,
Yeah.
fellas, because there's
The red coats.
there's a group of idiots over there that decided that somehow climate change had something to do with the Van Gogh painting, and decided to throw tomato soup on it. UK climate
Wow.
protesters throw soup on Van Gogh's sunflowers.
These
London.
retards. Yeah.
Yes. Climate protesters threw soup for Vincent van Gogh's sunflowers in London's National Gallery on Friday to protest fossil fuel extraction, but caused no damage to the glass-covered painting. The group, Just Stop Oil, which wants the British government to halt new oil and gas projects, said activists dumped 2 cans of tomato soup over the oil painting, one of the Dutch artist's most iconic works. The 2 protesters also glued themselves to the gallery wall.
You can tell by looking at him. I mean, oh my God. You
Yeah.
just gotta
I say
fucking-
that, that would have been a great art display, is just to leave them glued to the wall.
Yeah.
Just move the painting,
Mhm.
leave them glued to the wall, feed them every now and then so they don't die.
They're
And there you
gay
go.
actors.
Here you are. Here's your
Police
2
should
idiots
laugh at them.
that has nothing.
Not even
Oil
do
has
anything.
nothing
Just
to
laugh.
do with Van Gogh's painting.
That's
but-
hilarious. Thank you.
I mean,
Van Gogh
don't
was
get me wrong.
a
I
mentally
do
ill
say
artist.
we are a society way too ingrained on oil usage, and it's not going to
Yes.
change because everything we use is literally petroleum based in some way, shape, or form. Everything.
Well, going back to California,
Right, and
too, trying to
when
go
there's
like
that, and
full
2,
electric,
the
know
green
that-
solutions are not so great for the environment either.
right? Exactly.
No, their cars
I
are probably
wonder what
one of
was
the
in
biggest
her-
failures because those
Yeah,
batteries
purple
are
hair
highly
color.
dangerous.
We
They're
still- we still
unrecyclable.
need- we
Right.
still need fossil
Hemp
fuels
and
to
bamboo can save the
to
world.
power the electrical.
Right. One-
Oh, well,
one,
here's the
there's
funny
that.
part. Here's the funny part. That electric vehicle that everybody's praising so much
That's
is
garbage.
built out of plastic, fiberglass. It has grease in the gears, everything else. And guess what, guys? That's petroleum based too. You have to have
Right.
oil
One,
for all of that.
that's
Well,
there's
the
that,
one
and
good-
also right.
one good
There's
thing
that.
about it-
There's that caveat which I didn't even know about, which I forgot about momentarily. And 2, more importantly, they're gonna be using like 70,000 years worth of cobalt just to power these damn cars that don't even get that many miles per gallon.
Same
One
thing.
thing-
I think the
what-
funny
Right,
thing about
whatever.
Batteries.
I think the
Hemp can make
funniest thing about
batteries
this
too.
Miles per
Hemp
voltage, I mean.
and bamboo can save the world.
I
That's
think the
they're
funniest
hoping
thing about
that-
this picture that I'm looking at of these 2 girls that glued themselves to a wall. I think that's 2 girls. I'm not even sure.
Like,
Yeah,
I think
with
You
the
never know.
purple
It's
hair.
2022, bro.
Well, I mean, the thing is, the
I
funniest
think
thing
one
I
of them
noticed
might have
about
been
that
Bradley
picture
Fisk.
is they want.
I-
that would be the one on the right, the emo looking one.
That was the one on the
That's-
right for sure. 100%.
Can you imagine them in front of the Last Supper picture, though? Can you imagine them in front of that?
I mean, look
you don't
how
wanna
ironic, look how ironically stupid
I
these
mean,
2 people are. They're
Even
wearing a
sunflowers.
t-shirt. They're wearing a t-shirt with screen printing on it.
Here, I'm going to solve all the world's
Yeah,
driving issues.
and last summer,
What is screen
they-
printing? Screen printing is
Exactly.
fucking petroleum based fucking retards. You wanted everybody to stop oil, but yet you're going to use something that uses oil.
Here,
What
I'm
the
going to solve
fuck?
all the problems right now. We're all Americans are. We're not going to electric. We're going to bumper cars.
Hold on. We're all straying from the point. Do they explain of how this Van Gogh painting relates to fucking oil in any sort of way?
Of course
they
not.
did it to Leonardo da Vinci's Last Supper in July.
They did it in July?
In July.
In July.
Hey.
In July.
They did it in July.
Oh, now we're resorting to bullying MJ. No, we're not doing that. But listen, we all drive bumper
I'm
cars from now
Canadian.
on.
This is it's lovely to hear Southern accent.
Oh, was that right, brother?
Yeah,
Then come
yeah.
on down to I-95 and buy yourself
That
a
what you're
Pokemon.
talking
Come on down to I-95 to Justin Davis's Condo Emporium, where for $29.95,
Shut up.
$29.95 you can get your you can park your boat and get some Freeble, eating the free porn channels, but you just have to bring your own gas.
For $5 more, I'll throw in one Hungry Man
Gummy
dinner.
worm.
There might be a gummy worm in there. I don't know. I haven't had a Hungry Man dinner in
Have
fucking years.
one gummy
They still
worm
make
for
those?
$5.99
They
that
do.
weighs about 1 pound.
But yeah, if we all
Hungry
drove
Man
bumper
taught
cars,
me how
I
to
think
cook.
everybody will be
Like,
happy.
I don't want to eat Hungry Man.
This will combat road rage because everybody already wants to
That shit
fucking
is
kill each
good.
other on the road.
But Hungry Man or Road Rage?
Both.
Hungry Man.
Oh. Hungry Man
road
Road
rage
Rage.
is basically a hungry man on the fucking road anyway. They just want to go home and eat dinner and fuck their wife. And they have to deal with some asshole who's driving 20 miles below the fucking... Like, why are you doing so on the fucking highway? What are you doing on the highway? Get on the fucking streets and shit if you want to drive slow. What the fuck is the highway?
But,
You know what I mean?
I've seen
But if
right
we're all
off
bumper cars, we're all
I-95.
driving pretty slow. They can make electric
If you
bumper
come to
cars.
I-95, you better drive fast because we don't serve them slow driving motherfuckers. So
Justin
I wanna
Davis doesn't
drive
even
so
drive. He's at
fast
work
that I
all
can
fucking
hit
day.
the
What are you
road.
talking about? He never drives. He doesn't go home. He drives to work and he stays there for like 5 years and then cries pig lords the whole time.
Oh my God.
What?
Who does that?
Justin Davis, am I wrong?
Well, I don't know. I'm not in pig loaders anymore.
Well, I mean, that's a good thing.
And I'm not in Black Pearl or so.
There is no Black Pearl anymore because
Yeah.
It got eradicated. They wanted to start. They wanted to have a fresh start, so they added everyone and all of the same people to another chat. I don't know exactly how that's.
Yeah, that's
No, they
fucking
didn't.
perfect.
Not.
Oh no, I'm
they
sorry.
didn't.
With the exception of maybe 1 or 2 people. So I just
guess
threw it in
that
ignore
wasn't
and it could
added.
stay in there.
Wait, was I not added?
I don't know.
Because
No.
I didn't get added to a new chat.
No, the Mount Westmore or whatever the hell that shit is.
oh, that was
Yeah,
already
that's
there.
that's
that was
Jason
already
and
there.
Justin's chat.
Well,
No,
Justin,
Yeah.
I hate to tell you this, buddy, but it's an ignore.
Oh, I don't
Yeah,
care.
so see, you were
I would
talking
put that in
about
ignore too if
something
I were
that
you. It's not. I don't know. It's Black Pearl Light.
It's okay, guys. I'm enjoying my concert outside. My neighbor is playing very loud music.
Who's that?
Country.
Oh, you're like
Okay.
borderline
Mr. Bill.
Mexican now.
Oh,
What?
Are you in this
The
East LA
hillbilly
right now?
next door.
the hillbilly.
it's
Oh,
country.
It's country.
So,
Never mind then. No, it's
make
not East
sure
LA.
you tell Madge that she's in the new chat. Since that's what you thought it was, because you told her she wasn't.
I don't
I told
know.
her she
What are you
wasn't
talking
there.
about?
I don't know what she's
The chat you're
It's a fucking
talking
chat.
about.
Who even gives a shit? It's a fucking chat. It's an ignore and it's going to stay there. Fuck it. Who cares? It's a goddamn chat. Chats are not that fucking important. I don't understand why people think they are.
I don't either.
Because for some people, that's like their way of life.
I guess
or
it makes some
bullshit.
people mad.
Well, like people that are like, why am I not admin in here? Don't you respect me? Am I not your friend? It's like, it's a fucking chat. Why do you want
I know,
admin
it's
anyway?
so
You're not gonna do
stupid.
anything.
Some of these people think these
Hierarchy.
chats are like a way of, is like their daily life or something. So they're like, oh my god, it's like one of my main places I have to go to during my life, where it's work, school, and the group chat. It's like, what the fuck? It's a group chat.
I mean, the only reason I admin so many is not because of power or anything. It's because they know I'm not going to destroy a chat, and I'm going to make sure it stays normal. You know, I mean, I don't even give a shit about chats 9 times out of 10. I stay in 1 or 2 chats because I know the most people in them, and that's where all my friends are. I mean, that's.
Lord, Scott Ryan, what did you do? Why did you bring up the chat, Scott Ryan? You fucking dumbass.
This has nothing to do with the headline.
God damn.
What headline? We're done with the headlines now.
We're pretty much
Should
done.
we read one more headline, or should we
Approaching
just go off?
2 hours.
All right.
3
Let's
minutes.
try. Hold on. Let's try one more.
I'm not going to read any more headlines because every time I start, everybody steps on me and they want to talk over me. So y'all can do whatever y'all want now at this point.
All right, AP officials: 25 dead, many trapped in Turkish coal mine blast in Ankara, Turkey. An explosion inside a coal mine in northern Turkey killed at least 25 people. Local officials announced while rescuers working through the night were trying to bring dozens of others trapped to the surface. The explosion occurred at 6:45 p.m. at the state-owned TTK Amasra. Okay, I'm not going to pronounce that. Mine in the town of Amsara in the Black Sea coastal province of Bartın.
That's racist.
Energy Minister Energy Minister Fatih Domez said in a preliminary assessment indicated that the explosion was likely caused by a fire damp, a reference to flammable gases found in coal mines. There were 110 people in the mine at the time of the explosion. The Interior Minister Süleyman Soylu, who traveled to Amasra to coordinate the rescue operation, told reporters most of the workers were able to evacuate following the blast, but 49 were trapped in a high-risk area of the facility, the minister said. Soylu would not provide if those still trapped, saying some of the 49, among the 49 have been lifted to safety. We are faced with a picture we truly regret, that we regret to have to share with the public.
Don't worry about it, bro. Elon Musk will save them. It's fine.
Yeah,
the Bartın governor's office said that 25 were killed in the blast. The health minister, Fatih Koris, reported 17 injured, including 8 who are being treated with 2 intensive care units. And so that's not a good.
It's fine, bro.
That was not a good one. Should we read one more headline to cheer on?
Well, I want. Hold on. I want to give Hart a special shout out for being able to actually debate with me and not freaking out and start calling people Nazis and then rage quitting. I just wanted to say thank you for that, Hart. You hold a very special place in my heart now for that.
Oh,
Scott, believe me, last Tuesday, me and Hart went bat to bat for like 2 hours.
Hart, you have more balls than a couple of people. I'm not mentioning names that have been on this show.
Tuesday, it was just this past Tuesday.
That's last Tuesday, Jason.
Past
Tuesday is last Tuesday.
No one can beat me up.
But yeah, we
usually people just say Tuesday instead of last.
We talked for like 2 hours, and neither of us got mad at each other. We were
no. That's because Hart has testicles, and those other 2 people did not.
Exactly.
Jeez,
and we disagree on stuff, but I still love Hart to death.
Yes, we all love Hart. And on that note,
I won't deny anyone else their testicles. Neither will Justin. He'll give him a 10. And
Wait.
I don't need a.
Oh no, it was a blank.
No, we're gonna deny Justin's testicles.
No.
Yeah, I don't want to. Justin's testicles has no.
Oh, okay. We're gonna deny my testicles. I can nut like a motherfucker.
And on that note,
what do you mean on that note? On that nut.
On that note, We thank the homeless. We thank the homeless hand job helper himself, Justin Del Toro, for joining the show.
Oh yeah. Help the nuts. God, I called them nuts.
We thank Jason the Crip for joining, and we thank Void Sex MJ for joining, along with everyone's favorite native, Art Owner, and of course the owner of CrayolaSec himself, Scott Sonnier. Harsh men not know of you. But life is harsh, you have to live it, and sometimes you have to color outside the line.
Seriously,
Hey,
give out blankets to the homeless. For real, go out there, do it personally. Leave out the
help the homeless.
Help the homeless, check off. Let's go.